Hello, hello, hello. Take a look back and get a good laugh. Take a look back and have a good laugh. Uh-oh. Have you ever taken a look back like 3 decades ago on some things and you get a good laugh? Well, I'm here today to just share my good laugh. Taking a look back, I want to share with you a few things today that I really had to laugh, right? So, you ever laugh until you cry? Yes. So, hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Great Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning, wherever you are in the world. Um, yeah, I miss you guys. Didn't get to come in this community a whole lot because my allergies were just acting up, man. It took my voice away for some time and it came and went and just was a mess. But I'm here and I thought it was really funny today because I was going through some of my piles of books and I came up with this. So for those of you who haven't met me before, of course, my name is Yvette Garel and I really come in this community once per week, but I'm sure you have missed me a while because I could not my voice would not allow me for a little while. It would come and go, and yeah, but it's okay. I'm all right. But I wanted to share with you something that I found in my stash. So yeah, pretty interesting. I'm gonna tell you. So then I'll share, just about anything here when I come in this community that I find that's just relevant or just humorous or just something I figure out share with you guys from my perspective. You know, hope that you guys might find a little, little value from it as well as little amusement, little entertainment, little educational, and all the rest of it. But it really doesn't matter, you know, what you get from it, as long as you get something from it. You choose. And if you don't get anything for it, I apologize. I'll come again with something more interesting, more enticing, more entertaining, more knowledgeable. But I thought we'd have a little fun today, Saturday, because I know we've been like really grinding it out. Yes, we haven't stopped. But sometimes a little break is good. A little break is good. You notice I'm wearing my little colors today. I don't even know how I have this shirt from I don't know when, and I thought I put it on today. My black, my green, and my gold. That's the colors of the Jamaican flag. Black, green, and gold. For those of you who know about the Jamaican story, yes, and yeah. So I'm just gonna share with this. I'm gonna get out of your way because I know you want to go drink your soup, right? Eat your rice and peas and have your oxtail and your curry chicken or your fried rice and your general soy chicken, whatever it is. But I was going through my stash, ladies and gentlemen. So I found this magazine. And for those of you who went to college with me, you're going to be laughing. So I found this magazine. So, yes, I'm from the island of Jamaica and I went to this college, the Michael. Okay. So I found this magazine. And if you look at the date, and it is in still good shape. Yeah. It is in good shape. Yes. So looking back, what am I looking back at? This is a more than 3 decades old, my friend. And I have to tell you, let me confess that in those days, we get our magazine. We don't have time to read everything in the magazine. We browse through it. We look for our picture. We, look for the things that we deemed important to us, and we put it down. Right? We stash it away. We put it on the shelf, the bookshelf, and it grows some dust, and we brush it off. And but we try to preserve it because it has a lot of memories that's attached to it. And my fellow Myconians, kudos to you guys. Hello, wherever you are on this big blue marble. I just want to raise my hat to you guys. We had a wonderful time during my era. Yes. Yes, lots of fun, lots of fun, lots of good times, and lots of bad times too. But always good because if you know anything about college days, yeah, you gotta have a lot of fun. Sometimes you have too much fun. You have to grind it out, but at some point in time, you have so much fun, you'll be like, oh, time, oh, gotta write those papers, right? Yeah, so we had fun, but I found the Myconian. And I was like, oh my goodness, let me find my picture. I did find my picture. I'm not going to show it to you. I'll post it one of these days on Facebook somewhere. Yeah, but I'm going to give you a little glimpse. Look at this. Do you know this girl right here? This little girl right here. Yes, sirree. This little girl right here. That's her. But that's not what I want to talk about. Now, it's been a while. But have you ever looked back? Have you ever taken some time and looked back? Maybe you didn't have a magazine or a book or some kind of memoir or something, but just in your space and time, take a look back on some of the experiences that you had then. You could write a book. Yeah, you could write a book. You could be documenting some things for the grandchildren. You could be documenting some things for just purposes of your own. Write them down. People say we journal, right? And we don't journal enough. We need to be writing down stuff. So sometimes we can't even like remember things come to our memory. We got to be writing down. And so we got to be passing on some wisdom, some things that we worked then. Yeah, we know it won't work now, but there's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of things that we did then, and all of us, and not just me or the persons that went to the Michael, but collectively, the body of people that um, were here 3 decades ago, right? Over 3 decades ago. There's a lot that we can pass on. And don't be shy and don't be just stingy with your little knowledge. Pass it on. We got to build up the generation to come. We got to let them know this that was then. Although, nowadays there's so much different. There's a lot of things which are different, but there's a foundation for all of it. There's a foundation and it's been built on year by year by year and decade by decade by decade. Just some things we see now just didn't start like right now. It's coming up from way back when, and it's being built on and being researched and being, investigated and being pared away and being torn down and built back up and take this piece and put over. Yeah. So there's a lot of dissecting. There's a lot of, adjustment. There's a lot of things going on through the years, and we have to appreciate where we are right now. But I'm telling you, when you look back on something, you got to give yourself a good laugh. Yes. One thing that caught my eye in this magazine, and I'm going to tell you, I don't remember reading that article then. But as I was looking through this magazine, this article caught my attention. And I don't know who wrote it, but it's about Afghanistan in the 80s in Jamaica. What we want to know about Afghanistan? Yeah. But I know that the persons who were doing like political science and those things and world history, and so on. So they would do some research. I didn't do that stuff. I didn't do that, but those folks. And then this person did a fabulous one leaf for this magazine on Afghanistan. So as I read that today, I was like, that was over 3 decades ago. I wonder what Afghanistan is like today. So if we've been listening to the news and maybe reading articles in the newspaper and on the internet, we would know that things have changed a lot. And things are expected to change and things are supposed to change, my friends. So I know that from speaking to folks sometimes, Oh, if it was like, I wish if it was like this, that's some answer. Oh, it should be this way. No, 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 no. Things are changing. Things have changed. Things will continue to change. Yes, things are changing. Things have changed. Things continue to change. Things are not going to be the same. And guess what? Whether we like it or not, it's going to change right in front of our eyes. Whether it's the country, whether it's the towns, whether it's the city, whether it's the people, whether it's the things, change is inevitable, period. Right? So we might want to embrace that, because it will not be the same. Maybe similar, but things in your home, in your own life. Look at yourself, look at your body. I remember when all of my hair was all black. All black, my friends, and look at it. We got nice streaks of gray hair. These are my own highlights, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I remember a lot of things, and I'm sure you remember a lot of things as well. So it's good to look back. But I want to give you I just want to say a little bit today about looking back. You don't have to go back there, but you can glance back, because you got to remember when. Got to remember when. You got to remember when. Look how far you have come. Think about it. Because sometimes when we get caught up in the moment, it's right now. We didn't remember when. Gotta remember when. Let's go back. Let's take a look back into our lives, into the lives we have lived, and just look back. But I didn't say go back there. I said take a look back. Take a little snapshot back and put that beside, put that alongside what's happening right now in your life and in my life. Good things, the things that weren't so good, the bad times, the hardships, the challenges, the days when you just didn't know night from day, the days when you partied like crazy, the days when you didn't get to go anywhere, the days when you wanted to travel and your mama said go sit down, the days when it was said children must be seen and not heard. You remember them days? Those days when you had to, even if you came in from the wherever, at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was time to go to church, you got to pack up it. The days when your parents, whatever they say, that's what it is. The days when you couldn't talk back. The days when you couldn't answer to certain things. The days when when they laid down the gauntlet, you lap your little tail and move right along. The days, or the days when you could ask questions, the days when you could have a conversation, the days when you didn't have to wait, the days when you could freely, and so as we progress through the decades of time, look how far we have come as a people. I don't care which country you belong to. You look back into your own space and time. Things might not have gotten better from that perspective. It might have taken a different trend, gone in a different direction. And it doesn't matter. It has changed. Period. All right. And so when I read this article about Afghanistan, I wonder what part of it is relevant today, And it's just, except for the topography, it's just funny how I don't remember seeing this article. Yeah. I had no time for this magazine in those days. You had to pay for this magazine and you put it out because there were more other important things to get done. Huh? But when you get a chance, if you can find whichever where you believe, books and that remind you of the fun times, of the good times, of your past, of your childhood, I was telling a young lady the other day that when I was going to elementary school, it was a pleasure in my little village to walk bare feet. We'd get our shoes, then we'd take it off and we'd hold it in our hands and we'd walk bare feet. That was fun. Who does that now? Yeah, that was fun. Ain't nobody look at you. You have your shoe in your hand. Can you imagine? But don't let your parents see you with that shoe in your hand. Now you got to answer some questions because they bought you a pair of shoes to wear to school. Who on earth allowed you to take it off and have it in your hand? So, so stuff like that was a fun time. Was a child. We had childhood memories, like a whole lot, a whole lot of memories. But I don't want to take up your Saturday evening tonight. I just want you to one take a look back and see how far you have come in your life, whether it's in your business, in your own little world. See how far you have come because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we forget from whence we came up until this point. We didn't just emerge here like emerge here today. We struggled, we were challenged, we had good times, we had bad, and every last one of us, and we continue to experience things, but they're different. But I'm telling you, take a good laugh. Take a good laugh at some of the things when you remember. And secondly is that things are going to change. Things continue to change. Things will change. Things have changed. Whatever you want to put in front of change, it's happening, and it will continue to happen because change is inevitable and you cannot stop it. It's going to happen whether you like it, yes or no, in front of your eyes, behind your back, when you fall asleep, whatever. And so in everything, you look into every aspect of your life, like I look into and look at how things have changed for me. Yeah, because I take a look sometimes and I'm a little scary sometimes. Yeah, how you have evolved as a human being, or as a husband, or as a wife, or as a mom, or as a grandma, or as a leader in your organization, how you have grown and have evolved, and how you have embraced change. And change, there's a lot more change to come. So when we see people changing and things are happening for them, we should celebrate them, please, because it's good. Change is good. Oh yeah, change is good. All right. So I got to read one thing from this book because I was popping up when I was looking through this book, and somebody wrote a joke here, and I don't even know who wrote this joke, but anyway, I think you're gonna find this really interesting. And for those persons who are from my batch, then you'll probably know who wrote this joke. He said, so it's just very interesting here. It just cracked me up because the thing about it is that when you don't know for yourself, and you have to kind of wait for somebody else to say it, and you just grab it and you don't know it for yourself, you get tangled up with the facts, you get tangled up with with the information when you can't decipher, and you can't flush it out because you don't know what to go where when you want to copy, right? And then when they flip the script on you, yeah. So that's the kind of what's coming out of this. He said two farm workers, right? So farm workers, for some of you that don't know, in our country and in many other countries, we have coming out of the history of Jamaica, we had what we call indentured servants, and we're not going to go into history, but we had people who come to work on the plantation. Well, people might not go to work on different the plantation per se now, but they go to other countries to work on the farm, to pick the apples, to pick the strawberries, to pick the peach, to pick the whatever produce, the pears, whatever the produce is, or whatever the soya bean. People are employed in those fields to pick those things. The things that we enjoy in the supermarket, somebody had to get it. Whether it's the machinery, somebody had to operate that, or physical labor, somebody had to pick it. So farm worker from our country was a person that would have gone to another country to work, to do the on the farm, to reap crops, right? or whatever they are given to do. So it says two farm worker went to the immigration office. So you know when you're trying to get the visa to go to the other country to work, right? So two farm worker went to the immigration office. Said this is a joke, my friends. So I don't know where they got it from, who wrote it, but I find it to be very just a good laugh. So two farm workers, and there's a moral behind this story. Two farm workers went to the immigration office. One was illiterate, the other was literate. Now, illiterate, literate, right? Means one can read and one can, right? The literate one said to the illiterate one, I am going first. So they go to the immigration office. So the literate one said, I'm gonna go first, right? And I'm going to answer the questions loud, like loud. As they ask me, you listen carefully. And the answers I give, these are the answers you must give when you go in. Oh my goodness. So the literate farm worker, the one who can read and write well, went in. So the immigration officer asked, how old are you? And he gave him a number. He said 35. How many children do you have? Said 5. What do you want? Which do you want to travel by, boat or plane? And he said boat, like the ship, right? The B-O-A-T, right? So as soon as he came out, he told his friend went in, right? Remember now, he told the friend to listen because he was going to speak loud that he could hear the answers. So he told him to listen, and whatever he answers, he needs to respond. So watch this. So as soon as he came out, his friend went in. The immigration officer shifted the order of the question and asked. Now, you see that word shift? Watch out for it, because even as we speak as a teacher, or been around in the educational arena, yes, this has happened so many times in the classroom. Yes, when people just listen because they don't know it for themselves, they listen to what the other person is saying and say the same thing no matter what you ask them. So there's a cognitive dissonance, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, the immigration officer shifted the order of the questions and asked, how many children do you have? The man said 35, okay? How old are you? He said 5, right? He said, are you a horse or a jackass? He said both. So he said B-O-T-H, right? Now he was answering the question like the man said B-O-A-T. Now, take that however you want to take it. But it's a joke. I don't know if it's based on real story or something. But even then, we got to know it for ourselves. We want to know some things for ourselves. We just can't roll up and be like, oh, because that person said that, then no. You see how how important it is. The moral of this story, you got to know your facts, know your knowledge, know about your business, know about things that are happening in your community. No. What's relevant, what's not relevant. We've got to know some things. We cannot just live in a vacuum and blind our eyes to some things. Like I know people said, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that. It's okay. But how are you going to have an intelligent conversation? Or when something arises, you got to speak to that. Or you can say you don't know, plead the fifth. But instead of answering incorrectly, right? But you cannot just copy somebody's answers because you don't know. If you don't know. So it's good to know. So 3 things. 1, look back. Take a look back and take a good laugh. 2, change is inevitable. Change is going to happen in spite of you, around you, whatever, you can do nothing about it. There's some things, but if you yourself want to change, you can, right? Yeah. And it doesn't have to be contingent upon anybody's dilemma or on anybody's idea. It would be your choice. And number three, watch what you say, because sometimes we say things and we swear they're gospel truth and we haven't searched the matter out, and we just copy somebody and be like saying it, and we don't know that it's true for ourselves. Now, this poor man, whether it's a joke or not, was totally lost, because when the immigration officer shifted the question, and as I tell you, I'm telling you, I've seen that happen in even in my career, right? We turn things around, and yeah, testing and testing knowledge, right? Testing knowledge and evaluating the where the person is at. Yeah, it can mess you up because you're gonna answer straight now. It's been totally shifted inside out. All right, my friends, it's Saturday. I know you can't do no more, but I'm telling you, kudos to my Myconians. I still got my book and it's intact, right? Hello, Dion. Hello, Barry, and all you guys there, and all that. Derek and all the other ones. Yes, I found my book and it is intact. So if you want a copy, you're welcome. All right, my friends, it is Saturday. Go ahead and enjoy your family. I just thought I'd come in here and just kind of, just talk a little bit about some things which I consider them to be relevant in today's society. Been around the block a lot and see a lot of things. And I know that sometimes we just don't take the time to look back and to look where we're at and show gratitude and be grateful. So let today be a day of gratitude for all of us, all who are here. If you're still here, just be grateful because it is good. It is good. Whatever it is, it's good. All right, my friends, take care of yourself. I will see you soon. Put your comments. When the video is posted, let me see some comments. I want to see my fellow batchmates comment. I want to find out who wrote that piece. So let me know if you know, okay? All right, talk to you soon. Bye.